do have breaking news tonight as crews are searching Shawano Lake for a father who jumped into the water to rescue his son. That 10-year-old boy was missing for a short time today, but tonight there is no sign of his father. Newsline 9's Max Gordon has been on the scene for the search and is joining us now live in Shawano with the very latest. Max.
Yeah, I'm here at Shawano Lake where the father and the son went missing at around 11:30 this morning. Now, search crews have been searching all day, including a helicopter and a dive team. Still no sign of the father. According to sheriff's officials, a father, grandfather, and two boys, ages 9 and 10, were out tubing earlier today. They tell me the 10-year-old boy was coming back to the boat when he lost his grip and fell into the water. His father then jumped in after him. The boat soon lost contact with both the father and the son. Officials say neither the boy or his father were wearing life jackets, but they were able to find the boy.
You'll see white buoys out there, and that's where he was located on one of them. I'm not sure which one, but he was standing right next to a buoy, either hanging on or standing.
Sheriff's officials said today's windy weather played a role in the incident, and while the search continues for the father, everyone else is okay tonight. And sheriff's officials did stress the importance of wearing a life jacket, especially in today's potentially dangerous, windy conditions. Live at Shawano Lake, Max Gordon, Newsline 9.
Thank you, Max. A Minnesota dentist is trying to explain why he killed one of the most popular lions in Zimbabwe. Reports show that Walter James Palmer paid more than $50,000 for the hunting trip, which he says he thought was legal. Investigators in Africa say Palmer will face criminal charges. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez has more.
Outside of his dental office in Minnesota and around the world, outrage over this man, Walter James Palmer, killing this beloved, protected lion during a hunting trip in Zimbabwe.
I don't think he's got a practice left here.
Cecil the lion, famous for his black mane, reportedly lured out of the Hwange National Park by Palmer and his guides earlier this month. The Zimbabwe Conservation Task Force saying Palmer did not have a permit, yet shot the 13-year-old lion with a bow and arrow, tracking him for more than a day before finishing him off and skinning him. The BBC saying the hunters then tried unsuccessfully to remove Cecil's GPS collar, outfitted for research by Oxford University. Those African guides in court today in Zimbabwe facing poaching charges, which Palmer could face too. He is already back here in the States, issuing a statement saying, "I had no idea that the lion I took down was a known local favorite," claiming he relied on the expertise of the guides, adding, "To my knowledge, everything about this trip was legal and properly handled and conducted." Officials in Zimbabwe dispute that and note the larger impact of Cecil's death, saying the lion's cubs will now likely be killed by whichever new male takes over the pride.
We didn't only lose one, we lost a whole generation of lions.
And Palmer pleaded guilty to poaching back in 2008, admitting to lying about shooting a black bear in Wisconsin outside of the permitted hunting area. He was sentenced to a year of probation, and as for this case, Palmer says he still has not been contacted by authorities here in the U.S. or in Zimbabwe. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, New York.
Palmer, of course, has become the target of intense criticism on the internet as well as here in north-central Wisconsin. Comments on our Newsline 9 Facebook page about the Minnesota man have been overwhelmingly negative. Many have called for the dentist to be punished. Some hunters here say that Palmer is giving them all a bad name.
It casts a shadow on all hunting. I think it's important that the public realizes that, illegal hunting is bad. Legal hunting, by legal means, is an important conservation tool that we really need in the state and in the world.
Hunters say that there are lions in Africa that can be hunted legally. This lion was not one of them, and this incident is raising questions about trophy hunting. We'll take a closer look at that tonight at 6 o'clock. And in Milwaukee, a lion mystery remains unsolved. Animal control has baited non-lethal traps with human food in the hopes that it will capture the lion-like animal that several locals have sighted. Traps are set up near the last reported sightings of the animal. Those traps will be monitored so that other animals that get caught are released. The Domestic Animal Control Commission in Milwaukee says it's likely that the animal is an escaped or released exotic pet and could possibly think that humans are food. Wind is blamed for some power outages in the Northwoods tonight. Wisconsin Public Service says more than 2,000 customers are without power right now. That includes 533 in St. Germain, 235 in Rhinelander, and 231 in Harshaw. Well, I know Tony said that it was going to be windy out there today. It was nice in the morning, but boy, this afternoon things really picked up.
Well, that's right. We had wind gusts over 40 miles an hour this afternoon, Melissa.
It's going to make quite a difference for those folks gathering in downtown Wausau on the 400
That's
block.
right. It's going to be blustery for a while, but things will improve as the evening goes on. Let's take a look here tonight. A closer look with our 3rd Street Lifestyle Center camera. Nice and bright out there, plenty of sun, nice warm temperatures continue, and much lower humidity than yesterday. And here's the scene in Marshfield. More of the same, plenty of blue skies showing up. Temperature in Marshfield at 81 with a west wind sustained at 17 miles an hour. But again, the gusts have been well over 30 miles an hour. Up in Eagle River, it's a little cloudier. There's some clouds out of a storm in Canada swirling into northern Wisconsin right now. And that's the same storm system which is generating the strong winds. These are the current wind gusts, 44 miles an hour in Plover, 32 miles an hour in Wausau, Anago, and Mosinee, 29 miles an hour in Marshfield, and 28 in Wapaka. There you can see that band of clouds just skirting the northern portion of the area, but no rain with that. And temperatures this evening in the 70s, cooling down to 58. Should be pretty comfortable. The wind will gradually taper off to about 10 miles an hour by late this evening. So good news there. Now back to you.
Thanks, Tony. One of the world's most wanted Taliban leaders is now confirmed dead. Mullah Omar was a one-eyed chief ally to Osama bin Laden. He had a $10 million price on his head, and the Afghan government has confirmed that Omar died 2 years ago in a Pakistan hospital. The exact cause of his death remains unknown right now. Omar had been a top target of the U.S. since American forces invaded Afghanistan following 9/11. There could be a new clue in last year's mysterious disappearance of the Malaysian Airlines Flight 370. Debris found off the coast of an Indian Ocean island belongs to the same type of aircraft as the missing plane. You'll remember the flight vanished in March of 2014 after taking off from Malaysia's capital. All of the flight's 239 passengers and crew are presumed dead. The parents of the Colorado theater shooter, James Holmes, appeared in court today. The father was on the stand first, saying that his son was, quote, not a violent person until he killed 12 people and injured 70 in a packed movie premiere. At one point, the father mouthed something to his criminal son, and they both smiled before a sheriff's deputy said, stop. The mother of James Holmes has attended nearly every day of her son's trial. The family and Holmes's lawyers are trying to persuade jurors to spare the shooter's life.
I still love my son. Yes.
Why?
Because I understand he has a serious mental illness, that he didn't ask for that. Schizophrenia chose him. He didn't choose it.
He's been convicted in the shootings, and the jury is now considering whether he should serve life in prison without parole or be executed. We do have an update on the man accused of peeping into the bedroom window of a teen girl and violating his probation conditions. 24-year-old William Muelling now faces charges. Prosecutors say that Muelling was caught looking into a 14-year-old girl's bedroom window earlier this month by the girl's father. Muelling is the son of the Mosinee police chief. A flight from Las Vegas to Fargo, North Dakota raises safety concerns. Last week, an air show took place in Fargo and slowed up runway use. One call from the sky, though, caused a major scare.
We're circling Fargo. We don't have enough fuel to go anywhere else.
Roger. There will be a window of opening in about 20 minutes for landing.
Yeah, I don't have 20 minutes. Probably 3 to 4 minutes, and I got to come in and land.
The plane carrying 150 people eventually landed safely. The FAA says every flight is required to carry an extra 45 minutes of fuel, enough for the trip from Las Vegas to Grand Forks. Allegiant Airlines says it is still investigating the flight. The Central Wisconsin Electric Cooperative is warning its members about a payment scam. A customer reported someone called them claiming to be a co-op worker. The scammer told the customer that their electricity would be turned off within hours unless they made an immediate payment. CWEC says that it does not threaten its members. The fake employees tried to gain access to the members' bank accounts for payment, and they typically stress the need for the customer to pay fast. If you should get a call like this, you are asked to report the suspicious activity to the number that you see there on the screen. The Merrill Area School District has made some big changes for the upcoming school year. Elementary and middle school students will now have iPads and MacBooks to use in the classroom. Newsline 9's JJ Luther has the story.
Out with the old and in with the new. This is the Merrill School District's motto for the upcoming fall semester for grades kindergarten through 8th. The district upgraded from Windows PC to Apple products to be more up to date with teaching styles.
We're moving toward personalized learning as a district, and so this is just another tool to help us to get that and to reach those goals.
The faculty and staff began training on the MacBooks today during 3 different 2-hour sessions.
I think it's going to be very beneficial just because our students now will have iPads, and we're trying to step into now finally, we're 15 years into the 21st century.
Educators say most children know how to use these devices already, which should make the transition go smoothly. And teachers expect the changes will even help improve student test scores. At Wednesday's training, the teachers as students seem to be doing well.
I have a pretty good knowledge of MacBooks already, so it was nice getting some more knowledge, a little tweaking on it, but I know my coworkers really gained a lot of knowledge from it.
The district's plan is to have teachers comfortable with the software by the start of school. In Merrill, JJ Luther, Newsline 9.
And district leaders say that if switching to Apple's educational tools goes well, they would like to add them in grades 9 through 12 as well. And still to come, a new young candidate is in the running for mayor. It's a story you don't want to miss. We'll be right back with that. And on this Wednesday, we are taking a live look outside on the Skycam. Very windy out there. We'll find out how long that's going to stick around with Tony. He's back in 90 seconds with your Live at 5 Future Track forecast.
All your coverage in stunning high definition with Melissa Langben and Tony Schumacher. Newsline 9 at 5, your trusted resource.
If you have any outdoor activities, you are definitely going to want to be prepared for the wind that's out there.
Yeah, no kidding. If you had a garbage can or a lawn chair out there, it might be in your neighbor's yard by now.
Yeah, or a hat. That's
Oh, man. We haven't had a windy day like this in quite a while, actually.
Yeah, you said they're, what, 40 mile an hour?
46 miles an hour. We had a peak wind gust around 2 o'clock this afternoon, and I'm sure other spots maybe were a little stronger, but it was a gusty one, and it'll start to taper off here this evening. Let's enjoy a quiet sunset to kind of get us in the mood for quieter weather. This from Shelley Lashinsky, and that was taken last evening. A nice rural scene there. Thanks for sharing with us. And now on to the time lapse from Land O'Lakes, way up in northern Wisconsin in Vilas County. They had more cloud cover up there by the afternoon as this storm system in Canada was spiraling some energy and moisture down through the Northwoods, and you can really see the trees and the water shaking as well. Now we take you on to the live view from Stevens Point with the Ministry St. Michael's Hospital camera. Quite a bit sunnier there, just a few spotty clouds showing up, and again, quite breezy all across the area. Now, the developing pattern kind of gives us the clue as to why it's so breezy. There's a very intense low-pressure system right now just on the southern banks of Hudson Bay, Canada, and a strong high-pressure system out in the Rocky Mountain states. Between the two, we're getting the air just squeezing and flowing right down from the northwest, causing some of that gusty wind out of the west right across Wisconsin. Cool air to the northeast of us, hot air to the southwest, also influencing how strong the winds were today. While we're looking at the satellite radar now, it does show some of the cloud cover swirling into the northwoods. There were a few sprinkles with that cloud bank up in northern Minnesota and southern Ontario, but it looks like that will miss us. The leading edge of this cooler, drier air mass is now causing thunderstorms from Lake Huron down towards Kentucky, but of course that is moving away from us. Around the nation tonight, there are some flood advisories in northern New Mexico, fire warnings out in the Pacific Northwest, and heat advisories and warnings again down in the southern Mississippi Valley, where they've had them for the past couple of weeks. The almanac for Wausau shows a high of 83. That's 3 degrees above normal, low of 68. It was pretty muggy last night. Thank goodness that has improved. And we only got a trace of rain with that frontal passage. Kind of surprising given how humid it was last night. You'd expect more rain, but the atmosphere just did not want to cooperate. 82 right now, the humidity 35%, and the wind from the west at 21 miles an hour. And throughout the area, some 70s showing up over the north half of the region, mostly low 80s yet to the south, including 83 in Wisconsin Rapids. And in the Midwest, the 100-degree weather that was in Missouri yesterday has moved off. Louisville is the hot spot at 94 today. There's that big low slowly moving away. Now, tomorrow's going to be breezy, not quite as bad as it was today, and we'll see lots of sun. Occasionally, a few clouds from that Canadian system could work through, especially the northern half of the state tomorrow afternoon into Friday, but for the most part, we'll see quite a bit of sunshine out there the next couple of days. Temperatures by 8 o'clock in the morning in the low 60s, but they'll climb again quickly into the low 80s. A 58-degree low tonight for Wausau, breezy early and comfortable with west winds around 15, tapering back to 5 miles an hour after midnight. Tomorrow looks like a mostly to partly sunny day, high of 82. West-northwest winds still kind of troublesome, 12 to 25 miles an hour. Hopefully we can avoid the big gusts tomorrow. And then Friday, mostly sunny, high of 82. Those low 80s stick around into the weekend. Most of Saturday should be just fine, but Saturday night into Sunday morning, a chance of some showers or a thunderstorm. Another chance Sunday night into Monday morning. For the most part, nothing big, though. And then cooling down a little bit Tuesday and Wednesday.
Alrighty, thanks, Tony. A furry feline is ahead in our Live at 5 Pet Saver segment, but first.
Welcome to Dorset.
A young man takes on the big task of running for mayor. And as we head to the break, stocks rose on Wall Street for the second day in a row. Here are the closing numbers, and we also have some stocks of local interest for you. A 6-year-old ran the show as mayor in Dorset, Minnesota last year. In this election cycle, his younger brother is now on the campaign trail. Jennifer Mayerly reports on the boys' race to America's cutest mayor.
Use your right hand, not your left hand, James. Right, like that.
Former Mayor Robert Tufts offers brother James some campaign advice.
You say, welcome to Dorset, please vote for me. Okay? Welcome to Dorset. Please vote for me.
Bobby should know what works.
To not talk poopy to people or to be nice.
After all, the 6-year-old is a 2-term mayor of Dorset, and now the political heavyweight wants to pass on the torch.
My mom said I have to, and I'm the older brother, and I've been it before, so I can help him do it.
James Tufts brings his own swagger.
So your brother wore a fedora hat. Is this going to be your mayor hat?
Yeah.
His campaign slogan, out with the X, bring in the next. One more dry run.
Welcome to Dorset.
And James hit the campaign trail.
Thank you for coming. And please vote for me.
I will. It's very nice to meet you.
Let's go ask them for a vote. Maybe they'll vote for you.
We'll put in $5 for you, okay?
Each dollar in the jar gives James one more chance for his name to be drawn at random to become mayor.
Hi.
Welcome to Dorset. Please vote for me.
This candidate says if chosen, he'll highlight the best of Dorset.
Come up and smell these flowers.
Okay. The younger Tufts is a gentleman who enjoys miniature golf.
You do it like this.
As much as the next guy.
What do you want in your mayor?
Good leadership, and I think he's going to make it.
But at age 3, campaigning can be downright exhausting.
I'm just going to lay down and take a nap.
But when you're looking to create a Tufts dynasty, you get right back on the horse.
Yeah.
What would you do as mayor?
Get ice cream all day.
We are hoping that little Jimmy will win, because I can't imagine having anything cuter than Jimmy for mayor.
1 scoop or 2?
2.
2 scoops.
I like cotton candy, 1 scoop.
Maybe some things should stay all in the family.
And good luck on your election.
He's adorable. He's got my vote, that's for sure. Well, new technology could change the way you buy milk. We have that story still to come. And this is Peggy, a kitten from Lincoln County in need of a forever home. Meet her next on Live at 5. Liz is here from the Lincoln County Humane Society along with just an adorable little kitten.
This is Peggy. She is not enjoying sitting still, but as you can tell, she is very cute.
And how old is she?
She's about 4 months old. She was brought to the shelter as a stray, so we don't know a lot about her history, but she's very friendly and loves attention.
She is very tiny, too,
yes,
for 4 months old. What is the fee for her?
Her adoption fee will be $80, and that includes her spay and all of the vaccines that she's old enough for. And we do still have our special going on all of our adult cats that they're only $30 at PetSmart and Petco and Rib Mountain.
So you have a lot of adult cats. Do you have a lot of kittens that are starting to come in now?
We do, and we have a lot of nursing moms, so we're definitely looking for foster homes for families that are willing to take on a mom with babies.
Okay, so there's something for just about everyone at the Lincoln County Humane Society. Well, if you are interested, please give the Humane Society in Merrill a call, and you can see that number at the bottom of the screen there. And thanks so much for coming in, Liz.
Yes, thank you for having us.
We are following breaking news tonight as crews search Shawano Lake for a man who went under after jumping into the water trying to save his son. We have an update next on Live at 5. Crews have been searching Shawano Lake for hours, hoping to find any sign of a missing father. The sheriff tells Newsline 9 that the man went under after jumping in to try to save his 10-year-old son. Officials say the boy lost his grip while trying to get into a pontoon boat after tubing. The father jumped in to rescue the boy, but he disappeared soon after. The 10-year-old boy was found safe and then taken to shore. We are told that the boy is doing well, but still, again, no sign of the father. You can stay with Newsline 9 for updates. We will have another live report at 6 and bring you any new information as it becomes available at WAOW.com. As the afternoon wore on, the winds really picked up here in north central Wisconsin, Tony.
Yes, it's been very blustery, and it will gradually improve as the evening goes on, but still noticeably breezy, and temperatures will be in the 70s, dropping into the 60s before midnight, 58 for the overnight low. Rather comfortable with much lower humidity than last night, and looks like the sunny weather will continue for a couple more days, Melissa, with highs in the low 80s. And we are expecting a chance of rain Saturday night.
It's pretty awesome. It's nice when the humidity moves out. It's so much more comfortable.
Feels good.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us at 5. We will be back at 6 o'clock.
Good night.